Hello again. Well, hello again. I've done a film. Now, I've done a film right. Oh, I'm trying to put you in the sun so I can see you. I've done a video a couple of days ago about how some Americans I see is really dumb. But that's from the 70s and the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. From them generations I'm saying that are dumb. Because I liked a lot of the things that come from America at a certain period, from the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s. I loved American stuff, especially films, how, the music, loads of stuff. But then that's when I think all shit started to go wrong for, in the businesses that we have today and why we have what we have. If you're wondering why I'm not looking at it, because, I'm not. Oh, I've had that cough for years, so don't worry about it. It's a cough that I'm getting used to. His sun is so bright, too bright for purposes that it was designed for. So, and I just thought, I watched a woman rant about how, some of these celebrities, go on about how they're high and mighty, how they can turn around and judge you for what, they understand, when really, not being funny, they left that world alone as soon as they signed that form. That world no longer existed to them, and from that period they might have known. But later on, they don't know anything anymore. They live a total different world. So what the celebrities say and the politicians say is really a pack of lies. Because they do not know what we live like. They do not know what we go through. And everything. Yes, we are against, in a way, not the people of America, against your politicians and your army. We're against them. Because your politician, your army have literally screwed everybody over the other side. Because of them thinking they're hi-ho, the law of the world. They got the right to say whatever goes down and what's what and what's this. No, that's like a domination. And we're about sick of their domination. We are. And that's how we see it. It's like the Americans are trying to dominate us. France, Germany, telling us what to do and how to do it. Like Obama said, we'll give you all the electricity and all the gas you ever need. Because Russia was threatening to turn off our pipeline. But Russia never did. And if we did have the, see, this is what they were trying to do. Try to cut Russia, supplying us with gas and electricity. Obama was. And so your military people were trying to stop our gas supply and our electricity supply. Because they thought they were the law. This is what I mean about why a lot of people don't like Americans, if you understand why. From us telling you what you've done to us. Why we have this problem. It's not with the people. God knows, no, it's not with the people. It's just your military and your politicians. What right have they had to tell us what to do and how to do it and be what? Nah, you don't do that. No. So if you understand now, you begin to understand why a lot of people outside America have got a lot of hate, and sometimes we forget that it's not the people's fault. It's their military and your politicians. They're the two people we have serious problems with, because look at Syria. You didn't do damn good there. Matter of fact, you created a problem worse than who came along and sorted the mess out? Russia, Britain, all them. America, you couldn't even do that. It's like Afghanistan. You couldn't even fight that. We had to fight it. You lied to us about the 2 times. You lied to us twice on them 2 matters alone. Just your politicians and your military people lied to us. And we think, nah, we don't like this. No, this is not right. And then you wonder why, I just feel so sorry for people that are nothing to do with them. Then people come over here and you wonder why we have attitude to you. And we make you suffer. That's not right. That isn't. It's just so wrong. It is that, that big honk of a woman to the UN you have. Who the heck did she think she are? No, we're not telling you what. We just don't want nothing to do with you. You sort yourself out. Sort yourself out, yeah. But leave the world. Leave the world stage. Because if you don't, it'd just be more of a disaster for the people that are not in that system of politicians and army. They're the ones that are paying the dearest price of all, and I don't think that's right. Because we're paying, our politicians not paying, our army's not paying. I'm not talking about the fighting soldiers, by the way. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about your Murdoch and all sorts like that. They're the politicians army I'm talking about. The army that's now politicians that have become, your embassies to things that are literally, almost your, even like, Murdoch, he's known as for a massacre. He's known for massacring people, innocent people, out here, not in America. He's not classed as a war hero, he was classed as a war criminal by a lot of people, and you rate him highly. Well, I've noticed a lot of you don't rate him highly, like you see a lot what we see. So that's why we've got my respect for you people for. For the people that are lower. You understand certain things that none of them do. You are fighting a fucking America, you're fighting a fucking battle on so many fronts. You're losing the power of your money. Which in a way will be good for you. Because then you'll be able to get yourself more sorted. Why be the world's dominating push when you can't even sort your own backyard out? You might realise that, look what you're doing to Afghanistan. You're lining up to rip the land off everything it's got. Yeah, that's what them people are doing. And do you know who's going to pay for that? Your army soldiers, because, they're going to fight. Say, no. That's your politician that said all that. Your puppet. Not our people, not ours. Don't lie to us anymore. That's all what we're saying. Stop lying to us. You've got no right to put a dictator that suits your purpose in the government where it's not wanted. The people have blatantly told you so many times in Afghanistan, we do not want your puppet. Even your puppet have turned against you under pressure from the people of that country. So that's what a lot of us are fighting outside America. You're fighting that. We're fighting the lies that you are now realising, it's been going on for years. Yeah. And out here, we have had murders, massacres, armies that are all lies. Like 9/11, when my son died. He was adopted by an British people. They went over to America to work in America, worked in Twin Towers. What does that state about that? It was designed by the army to create a war. And Bush being the coward he was, like McCain and all that, they were all bunches of cowards. All what they thought was the money, 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 the power, power, power trip. And, yeah. That's why you have people the way we do. We respect you honest people, the honest American people. But it's the honest American people that can't have holidays we like the most. Because we're like that, we can't have holidays. We know exactly how you feel. So we sympathise with you in more ways than one. You know? I just think in a way you got it good, in another way you got it shit bad, just like the rest of us. And it's all because of your military and politicians. And our military and politicians, because we got near enough the same in our department, because they were following the American lead. That's why we ended up in this shit we have, because we followed the American lead. America was guiding. The America was not the people I'm talking about. It's not about the people. It's about your politicians and your army politicians. How they baited at you was so great. But Gil Scott Heron, or Gil Scott Heron says it right. John Wayne wasn't available, so you had to have Ronald Reagan. Oh, the Duke. Oh, God, I love the Duke. John Wayne. My mum watched The Wagon. And then she made me watch it. Oh, I could see why she liked it. Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Clark Gable. Whoa! And all the rest of them. We even had British actresses and actors go over there and become famous people. Oh my God, but that was a period of glam. That was a period of elegance. You are a man, you are a woman, but hey, I'll fuck your ass. And that was the attitude. You just look glamorous. But they weren't. They were even... Most of them were Joe Bloggs. And they never forgot their roots. That's what I loved about them. They never forgot where they came from. Same with your music artists and our music artists in the 50s and the 60s and 40s, 30s. It was a period of when you were a man, you were a woman. You had emphasis to fuck men because, turn my partner on, was the excuse. And the female used to come up with the excuse, it helps my old man have sex, and we enjoy having sex with other men and women. It was a prolific area, but it wasn't judged. Wasn't judged. Wasn't anything. We could call a person black. They would not be offended. Why is that? They could call us fucking all sorts, like, what was it? Snowdrops, we used to be called. Oh, God, what was the other one? Flesh. Flesh not worth anything. Couldn't do abuse. So, I know I will call them brown. I won't call them black because I don't see the reason that is not what they are. They're brown. They're not black. They're brown. Simple as. Because, as I point out, that's black. You find some person that matches that colour, then you can say that's offensive. Well, that's black. This is black. This is black. But they're usually people are that colour. That's not black. That's brown. And the reason why they're brown is because they have this pigment that states, because of what their climate they come from originally, that is what their pigment required for them to survive in that climate. we were living in a more or less not so hot environment. We were living in the cold, and what is the most beautiful colour for the cold? White. Oh, but it isn't white. It's flesh. That is that white. God. That paper's white. That's white. Am I the same colour? No. So if you're going to get the definitions right of people, please get it correct. I'm rather offended when people say black, white. I think, what do you mean, black cloth, white paper? And then they say yellow. I think, no, they're flesh cut. Oh my God. What the heck? This is what I liked about the period of that time, because they didn't see colour. They saw personality. The only thing that they used to make fun of was the eyes. Because it represented that type of person. It wasn't the colour of the skin. The brown people were known for big lips, black noses. So we made problems about that and that. And some of them was treated like, the other man, boss. Yes, boss. So, man. I'll do it, man. Yeah, they were portrayed like that. But that's because it was... how do I describe that? Well, it was... do you really think people were like that? Regardless of where they come from, do you really think... No. Probably the reason why they were like that, because they were submitted, they were tortured, they were raped, they were... Do you think it was just the women that got raped? What do you think these white flesh women used to do to the black men? Yeah. Duh. Oh yeah, you forgot about that one, because, women don't do that sort of thing. Well, women do. Women are more disgusting and evil than men. We are. Women used to rape slaves, rape little boys because they could. It was the pleasure. It was their fantasies, and they were allowed to do it to them people. So let's just go on about the women, please. If you're going to be anything but be fair with your comments, not anti-fair. Because I haven't found anybody that come up fair yet. All I hear is about the white, black slaves, their mom were treated like this, treated like that, treated like this. And I take, oh right. What about the white slaves? No, there was no white slaves. But you're wrong. There was white slaves. With the Romans, there was a hell of a lot of white slaves. And with the Vikings, Saxons, Normans, white slaves. So, excuse me, weren't white slaves. There was loads of slaves. Blacks weren't just the only slaves around, so what's the big deal? Huh? You weren't the only slaves. That usually shuts them up. Because they don't bother to look what they preach, as we all well know. And that gives the impression that they're, no, yeah man, no man, yeah man, I don't know, you man, your mum. I'll do that, sir, I'll do that. They're the servants, they're the slaves. People that don't really know what they're at. If you can just say, excuse me, what about the white slaves? Just say white slaves to them. How many of them will come up with an answer? So if you ever get in an argument again, anybody in America that listens to this, and they say about the slaves to the EU, they stand up, just come up and say about, hey, I understand there was white slaves the same time as you were slaves. Matter of fact, I think some of the slaves were, slaves in this country before you were even slaves in America. Because you were brought in America by the slave trade, which was raised by the black people and the Arab people. So, where's this? We only jumped in after it's been going for about 300-400 years. We jumped in on the bandwagon because we saw it was a advisable thing, and they didn't have their scruples. It was a commodity. People also through that see a benefit in an odd respect, yeah, I suppose it was a benefit. They had housing, education, worked to a certain point, they got their freedom, then they had money to build their land, buy land, and some did, some didn't. Yeah. So they had medical care, and they had other things. So, but hey, they don't want you to know that. Anyway, I better stop this rant before it goes too long. Bye.